Does it take courage to be Sandy Carr?
No.
Why would you say that?
I'm
Everybody
normal.
No.
There really isn't anything special. There really isn't anything special about me. I wouldn't say.
Everybody around you disagrees.
Welcome to the Starting Strong campaign. I'm Sandy Carr, and this month's message is about patience and courage. In November of 2013, my husband was cutting down trees in the yard, but by December he was having trouble moving, so we actually thought he probably had a stroke, but as everything unfolded, he ended up being diagnosed with ALS. And he went very quickly, so the whole time, we found out in March of 2014, and he had passed away by March of 2015. But it was a long year, and, going from him being able to walk to him being completely confined to a wheelchair. And, but God did grow both of us in that, and provided peace, comfort, and just all kinds of small little blessings that, even from the point of, never did I ever get caught in the rain with moving him from his wheelchair, from the car to the wheelchair and so forth and into the house. And, and that was a small little blessing and everything, that we were going through. So it was hard. But I do. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. I wish I had some tissues in here.
It's okay.
Sorry. Take your time. I now see why people said Sandy Carr would be good for patience and courage. I see why now. I didn't know any of that.
Yeah.
I didn't know any of that.
Yeah, it's tough time. Miss him. Sorry.
Don't be sorry. So would you consider yourself a courageous woman?
No. I would not consider myself courageous. I am really, truly strengthened and by God. That's really the only, that really is. I got to the point, I went through that, and then I got cancer. And it's all good. So, but I went when I was in being first going into there, and things weren't unfolding well, and I had forgotten my telephone, which was not a bad thing, because I would have been texting friends and saying something's not right, this is not good, blah, blah, blah. But the whole time I was in there, I felt like God was speaking to me and telling me, you have to turn to me. You have to rely on me and gain your strength and your courage from me. And it was peaceful. It really was. I hope, I'm not there yet, but I hope to at least at some point, get to, and I encourage the kids in youth with this all the time, God first. We can ramble and run around and do all kinds of things, but until you reach out and God first, that you're not going to have the peace. There's going to be that unsettling and that that goes on in your life. So, but I'm not there yet, but, I do, there is. I can't say enough that he provides it. I can't really all fully explain it, but he does provide it. So I am not a patient person. I have become a little more patient because of God. Over the years, I will say that while my husband was sick, I thought I was patient at that point, but then God revealed to me that I was not patient. There was a lot that he worked on in me to grow me in that area. I will say on the other side of all of that, in taking care of him and, just dealing with what he had to go through, that I did become more patient, but it was really through Christ and through the situation. So even though I didn't care for the situation and I didn't want to go through it and I would love to go back, I wouldn't trade how I grew by going through that. It was hard, but there was peace and there was comfort and there was grace and a lot of courage. I had, but that was just really through prayers. There are a lot of good prayer warriors in this church, and that I gained strength through their prayers and through just encouragement that the body of Christ, this body of Christ, gave to me. So, it was hard, but but God. And I hope that what people see in me is God in me, because it is not me. I really, am separate and apart from God being in my life. I know what I am, and it isn't me. So it isn't me at all.
Do you think with these 4 devotions in March about patience and courage, you'd be able to grow a little bit?
Oh, yeah. So, definitely. So, I'm sure there will be some things that prick my heart and prompt me to where, you're really not there yet. So, I do.
Let's talk about some positive things. So why are you such a positive person who volunteers to help with the students so much? Why do you do all that?
I love those kids. I love the youth. I love working with the youth. I feel like God's placed me there, and until He moves me, I'll stay there. I hope that I know, honestly, when I just have a heart for them. But when I was younger and I accepted Christ, and I didn't grow. I stopped, and I didn't come back to church until my early 20s. But so there was that window of time where I didn't grow. And so my heart is that these kids really grasp now so that they can be stronger and, encouraged and just growing in their faith. So that is really what I don't want them to have a window of time where they miss out with God.